guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Steph and today is Vlogmas day 3. Woo. All right, we are 3 days into this. We are not lost in where we are timeline wise yet. We'll see. But anyways, today is my gift guide. This is hopefully going to be one of the few sit down videos that get slotted into Vlogmas because I really want Vlogmas to be Vlogmas, like vlogging, showing you guys my life, like taking you through day by day. But this is, I think, the perfect time to insert a gift guide. So I have 150 Christmas gift ideas for you guys. These are, well, a lot of them you're gonna probably say like, oh my God, it's super on brand. But keep in mind, there are 4 different price point categories and I go from most expensive to least expensive. Most expensive, we're talking like $1,000+, big ticket items. You didn't ask for anything for your Christmas last year, your birthday, anything like that. Like you've saved, all of that sort of stuff. Or you are just financially blessed and that's the snack bracket you're working with. Then we have 3 dollar signs. We're like, you know, somewhere in the like 100, 150, all the way up to like $800, $900 mark. So definitely there's like a variation of prices in this, but it's $3 signs. $2 signs are that like $50 to $100 kind of price point. And then the last section is going to be like sub $50 as much as possible. And everything is going to be in Canadian dollars as well. So keep that in mind with my dollar signs, that actually like some of the things in like either USD or euros is actually going to be less. The numbers are going to be lower because the Canadian dollar is really weak right now. So love that. Anyways, let's start with $4 signs. We are going to start big, bold, and strong, obviously with a new laptop, an iPhone, an iPad, a Canon G7X Mark II, obviously, a Sony CyberShot ZV-1 or ZV-1 II, like, or ZV-1, whatever the new one is. Okay, I feel like laptop, iPhone, iPad, really self-explanatory. The G7X Mark II is the camera of the summer. I feel like everybody and their uncle was after a G7X for photos. Now, if you are an aspiring photographer, if you are maybe in high school and you are looking to kind of pick up your first like real camera, like a little bit more expensive, you're starting to get into photography or documenting your life, all of that sort of stuff, the Canon G7X is great if you are into the photography side. It does also take really beautiful video footage. My New York vlog from like eons ago was shot on a Canon Mark II. My boyfriend has one and I stole it for the trip. But really what people are into about the Canon G7X Mark II is the photos right now. For vlogging, I did a comparison when I was like trying to figure out if I actually wanted a G7X or a Sony CyberShot, and I ultimately ended up with a CyberShot, which you guys have seen, and that's what I'm vlogging on right now, because the audio quality as well as the actual like mechanics of how it films is better. The Sony films up to 30 minutes of continuous footage and then it like will go over to like the next 30-minute block, whereas I think the Canon only does 15 minutes or something like that. So as I do a lot more longer form videos, having the ability to actually like continuously shoot 30 minutes at a time was really important, as well as it came set up completely with a little like, it comes with a little mouse foot for the audio quality and all of that, so you don't have to get a separate microphone, all of that sort of stuff. The one thing is that the Sony CyberShot ZV-1, oh my God, doesn't have a flash, like a built-in flash, so you would need to get a separate flash, but the Canon Mark II has a built-in flash. So definitely the Canon G7X has a little bit more versatility across the board in terms of it'll take like night photos, day photos, like you can have good vlog footage on it. But if you are looking for a camera that really is like a video forward camera, the Sony CyberShot is my pick, and it would be my recommendation because that's what I ended up going with for myself. The next thing is the mini Return to Tiffany heart earrings. I think We are deep in recession core, ladies and gentlemen. For those of us who were in middle and high school in 2008, 9, and 10, we'll be intimately familiar with this aesthetic. Ballet flats are back, job market is frothy, we are having really high interest rates, and Return to Tiffany is back. Now, I absolutely love Return to Tiffany stuff for like the sentimentality, the nostalgia. Now, the classic recession core Return to Tiffany is silver, because sterling silver is about a quarter of the price of the gold stuff in most cases on the Tiffany website, maybe a third of the price now. But I personally am a gold girly, so I would definitely want these in gold, which is why they're up here. But if they're silver, they down to the 3 thing. But I think Return to Tiffany and like the mini heart earrings, they discontinued them for a really long time. They only sold the big ones. Now they brought the mini ones back, and I think they're just so perfect. On this list as well is a Burberry trench coat, specifically Burberry. I know that there are tons of different trench coat brands, but I feel like there's nothing more classic, more like evergreen than a Burberry trench coat, especially with the like check on the inside and stuff. It's definitely a piece that you will, if it is your style, will get a lot of wear out of and a lot of longevity. And should you ever want to resell it or pass it on, the fact that it is Burberry allows it to retain a good amount of value. The next is a Macaj puffer jacket. Now, this could be any puffer jacket. I just have really had my eye on a couple of Macaj pieces this year, so Macaj is top of brain. But it could be a Canada Goose, anything. Puffer jackets are really expensive, and especially if you live somewhere like Canada or the northeast of the US, you will know the importance of a really good winter coat. Our winters are no joke, and there's definitely a time in everybody's life where they need a new one, especially if you're in high school. I really feel like, or university, this is a great thing to ask for. It's super practical, you'll get a lot of wear out of it, and if that is something that your parents are looking to spend, it is a great option. If you are looking at something a little bit more affordable, I just recently got a Super Puff. Super Puffs are about half the price of Macaj and Canada Goose. And so if you're looking for a winter jacket in that like $250 to $450 range Canadian, the Super Puff is actually a really good option, I think. Next, a Apple iMac, which is a desktop computer. This is something I think that it would be more of like an adult, like to me, from me sort of Christmas gift in my mind. I don't know, like I know a lot of people love a desktop. I don't really love a desktop, but I think a desktop is a great Christmas gift if you are like a desktop sort of person. That's why it's on the list. Next is a tennis bracelet. We are going big with these items. I mean, if this is your snack bracket, then like absolutely full send. I actually had a really hard time filling this like top section in, because I was just like, who actually is getting like $1,000 plus Christmas gifts, like besides like new computer and that sort of thing. I was like, if you are, like, power to you, but I was like, in this economy, like I think I'm gonna just buy myself a lip gloss and move on with it. So yeah, most of these are like the Delulu Christmas gift, you know? Okay, next is the YSL Sync Asset Hobo Bag. It's just really cute. You get a little small one, and I just know it's so fun, so adorable. In this line, a Gucci Jackie bag. I don't know, one of my really good friends has one, and I just have, since I've seen it, like her wear it a number of times, and I've seen it on like a bunch of people. I think it's actually quite a nice little bag, and you can get it, and like it ranges from like quite affordable for a luxury bag all the way up to like exotics and stuff. So there is a Gucci bag price point for anybody looking for a Gucci bag. Not many people would. This section is so ridiculous, not gonna lie. Next is Louboutin So Kate. I feel like Louboutins are great like Christmas gift shoes if you do give shoes as gifts. In my family and in my culture, I don't know if it's like across the whole thing, but in my family at least, we don't, because shoes sound like sighing, and so it's like bad luck to give somebody, like the word for shoe sounds like the word for sigh, so that it just is bad luck. So we don't give shoes, but if you were, Louboutin So Kates are a cute, great evergreen option. And then the other pair of shoes on here is the Common Project sneakers. They're not actually like $1,000, but I put them up here because they are expensive for a pair of sneaks. Next would be a Nintendo Switch, an espresso Virtua machine, like one of the new ones. They're just like either like if you have a kid or an adult who wants like a Switch or something, and a Virtua machine is obviously either for like the university student who is looking to furnish their university apartment, or for the recent moving out by themselves person who is asking for things like vacuum cleaners, blenders, mops, that sort of stuff. Because honestly, when you move out, like you realize how expensive all of the stuff that you have just like had access to from your parents' accumulation over the years, and you have to like furnish a whole house by yourself, and oh my god, it's so expensive. So that's on there because yeah, you could also say like a Dyson vacuum or something. Now some like kind of crazy gifts, well, a couple crazy gifts in a row. I think the Elder Statesman cashmere blanket on Net-a-Porter was a really fun little gift. If you are looking for like bougie home stuff, Net-a-Porter has a great selection. In kind, like Loewe puzzle bag. This is a bag that's on my wish list. I don't think I would ever ask for this for Christmas unless like my future husband was like absolutely like making it. I just think $3,000 for a Christmas gift is ridiculous in my opinion right now in this economy. But yeah, this is a wish list. A Cartier watch. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who get these for gifts. I would like to be one of these people. I like to be able to provide that for myself. This is on here as like a strict manifestation sort of thing. The Totem shearling jacket and the Totem scarf coats, both of these coats are on my wish list. I just love Totem stuff right now. It is very much like the contemporary pricing, luxury pricing version of a lot of the stuff that I wear, in terms of it's a lot of like really nice basics and everything, and I just been looking at these coats for a while. I think another pair of like classic shoes to give would be a pair of Manolo Hangizis. I love these shoes. I have always loved these shoes. They are so glitzy, so glam, especially if you can get like a green or like a red color for the holidays. Oh, perfection. Then a little bit of a fun thing is the Loewe Raffia tote. These are, I mean, not the most practical bags. Like Raffia bags are not super practical, but like it's kind of fun. And like if you're the type of person that likes to gift somebody something that they're not going to buy for themselves, and you know that this has been something that they're eyeing, that's always a great option. Again, like the Bottega loop shoulder bag and the Bottega Jody bags, these are just like kind of more classic. Well, the Jody's not super classic, but the loop shoulder bag is definitely classic. But Bottega has really good craftsmanship. The leather work, that like quilted leather is what they're known for. So if you're looking to pick up a like designer piece for somebody who is maybe newer or a little bit more like label adverse, Bottega is a great option because it's all about the pattern and the like actual like woven leather that distinguishes the bag versus like the name being on it. But yeah, that whole section, now that we're done that's all like ridiculous stuff. The next little bit of this is also kind of ridiculous, but like a little bit more attainable, but like we're still a little delulu in some of these areas, but yeah. Next, Apple Watch. I mean, every good tech bro, finance bro has an Apple Watch Ultra or has an Apple Watch Ultra on their list. So if you have a tech bro, golf dad, finance bro, a gym girly, a adventure girly in your life, a new Apple Watch is probably something that they would really love and appreciate. Next is AirPods, AirPod Maxes, Apple Pencil, like any sort of like Apple, like a little bit spendier accessory that somebody might not just like buy themselves, or you know, like they have an older pair that could be upgraded, something like that. The Dyson Airwrap, such a classic gift. If this is in your snack bracket, go for it. I'm sure the person on the receiving end would be just chuffed to have it. I think it's such a big ticket item, and maybe not something that, especially like if it's for your mom or your aunt or somebody, and like you and like siblings or cousins and something, everybody's pooling together. It's a great gift to give because it's very like, it's a like thoughtful thing that would maybe help like them getting ready faster, or maybe they just love to like treat themselves but don't take the time. This is something that they can add into their daily routine to like treat themselves, you know? Same thing with the Dyson hair dryer. It's just, I don't know, something about it. It is a great hair dryer. Since I got my Dyson hair dryer, no other hair dryers have been able to stand up to it, unfortunately, because it just dries my hair so much faster, and the quality is Okay, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit. If you know somebody who's into makeup, this is beautiful. A Theragun, a Theraface, a red light mask, new face, kind of any sort of like health, wellness, beauty tech. These are definitely like pricier items in the scheme of like somebody's beauty and maintenance routine, and just like, you know, if somebody's like really into it or like would really like appreciate it and use it all the time, it would be such a nice treat to like gift them with that, especially if it's not something that they would buy for themselves. Okay, then we have the A Barefoot Dreams blanket. These are like expensive blankets and I don't know why, but it's on the list because there's definitely, this is like a for the home body sort of person in your life, you know, somebody who really appreciates like getting cozy and all that sort of stuff. Just add a little bit of like everyday luxury into their life. A Missouri Zodiac pendant. I think any sort of like semi-fine jewelry is a great gift. The Missouri Zodiac pendant is a little bit more personalized where you can get them their zodiac, but it's not so personalized that you're like getting an initial or putting like an engraving or something. It's a little bit easier. It's personal without being like too personal, especially if you're getting gifts for like a whole friend group of people, for instance. Like initials also work as well, but you know, it's personalized without being like too intimate, you know? Next would be the Solo Wave skincare wand. Again, this is kind of like in that like wellness tech, beauty tech, but this is a little bit more affordable than some of the other wellness tech that I've mentioned. In a way, medium suitcase. This is my most used suitcase. It is perfection. I know that there's a lot of other brands on the market, but like honestly, to me, Away is the best. If you're not looking to spend on like a Rimowa or a Tumi, I personally prefer my Away. I know some people really want Monos and Base, and those are also great options. I just have an Away and I love my Away, and I will probably just keep repurchasing Away until I feel maybe like buying a Rimowa, maybe not, and that's just it. Next is an Ember mug. These are some of the mugs that like to stay warm. If you know somebody who is a chronic leave their tea out person, like my dad, I'm probably gonna get this for my dad for Christmas. It's a cup that keeps your tea warm. Perfect. My mind. The T3 airbrush is a great option to the Dyson Airwrap. I also have the Shark Flex on this as well, like the Flex style as well. They're both kind of like in kind to the Dyson Airwrap without being Dyson Airwrap pricing. They don't have Dyson Airwrap technology in it, but they are, from the reviews and stuff, they seem to be pretty comparable. So if that is something that you're interested in, but you don't want to full spend by full sending on an Airwrap, I think that's a great option as well. I think also Beats Solo 3 headphones, I feel like these are great for like the middle high schooler in your life. I think maybe if you're not looking to fully spend again on like AirPods Maxes, a like pair of Beats is great. They're cute, they're trendy, they come in a bunch of different colors, and sometimes there are specials where you can get a pair for free when you buy something else. So you can get either like a nice little package, or you can like break it up and have multiple gifts. Now, also for somebody who's either like, you know, well, this is for anybody, but I envision this more like I would want this year. Another, like a HomePod. I would love a second HomePod for my bedroom so that I could sync like and run my audiobook through my whole condo and like have an alarm on it and all that sort of stuff. My boyfriend has a HomePod in his bedroom and he uses it for like his alarm, the weather, everything, and it's just so useful, and I would love a second one, and I'm sure my parents would love a second one at home as well. So I think this is great to either get somebody started on it or not, or like you do an Alexa or a Google Home, like whatever somebody's system is, but I personally am a HomePod gal. Next is the Owl Crate subscription. I just found out about this, but growing up I would have loved this. Even as an adult, there's an adult version. So it's a fantasy book subscription service, or like a kids book subscription service, but it comes with one book a month and then popcorn, snacks, like fun stuff. It's just so fun. It's such a special treat every month. And I'm seriously like debating getting myself a subscription because I would love to get a new fantasy book every month and like, you know, push my horizons. And I think it seems like it's like pretty new releases as well. So you're always getting like fresh material. The next thing is like a Digi Osmos, like the gimbal that I have. If somebody is a content creator in your life, I would highly recommend this. It is great, and it is just such a like game changer in my content. Or if you know somebody who is a professional photographer, videographer, anything like that, that sort of stuff to build out their kit would also be really great and really thoughtful. And it kind of shows to them that you are not only interested in what they're doing, but you are investing in them and their business, because sometimes being a creator or a photographer and videographer is very financially stressful. Sometimes people don't have a lot of family support, and just sometimes, like, you know, they would love that extra little thoughtful touch. Next, because it's trending right now, a Ralph Lauren Polo Bear jumper. Again, a little bit spendier gift. This is something that's going to be not to everybody's taste, but I personally would really want one of these. Also not to everybody's taste, but kind of an in-kind sort of gift. I have listed Baccarat Rouge 540 because this is a very expensive perfume, and if I got this as a gift, I would maybe start weeping because of how expensive it is. But buying somebody either a refill of their fragrance or an in-kind fragrance or something, like if you get them like Le Labo or something like that, like definitely so thoughtful and something that is personal and personalized, but you can really just do it by like buying them something that you know that they'll like, by either getting something that they already own in either like a larger size or a limited edition packaging, or by getting them something like similar to what they're already wearing. Next, Uggs. Obviously, Uggs are a great Christmas gift if you are into the shoe giving thing. Next, I have a Burberry cashmere scarf. Again, this is a little bit of a spendier item, but it's such a classic, and I got my dad one for Christmas one year, and he still has it. I actually picked it up in the UK in Heathrow Airport, and it was so inexpensive at the time. It was like maybe like sub 200 pounds at the time, no tax, and the exchange rate wasn't as bad, so it actually worked out well. So if you can find a deal like that, recommend. Okay, next, Bearby weighted blanket. Again, this is for like maybe somebody who suffers from anxiety in your life, who just likes to be really cozy, is maybe like in their rot era. Definitely a good idea. Again, Tory Burch ballet flats. Recession chic is back, baby. Let's go. Yeah, you don't want to be wearing last season's Tory Burch ballet flats around Blair Waldorf, okay? Or the Blair Waldorf of your school. It's fine if you do. That was just a funny reference. Next is a Pauline bag. These bags are definitely like very popular right now, but I think that for good reason. They are one of those companies that is trying to like redefine quality and luxury, and the price points are pretty good, especially compared to some of the designer bags that I've mentioned before. Next is a pair of Kate jeans. These are just apparently legendary jeans. I don't own a pair, but like pretty much everybody who has bought a pair of Kate jeans that finds like the style and the fit that works for them is like legendary. So if you know the style and fit of somebody in your life, I don't know, new jeans are always great. Next, I have a pair of Celine Triomphe 52mm oval sunglasses. These are stunning. I mean, any sort of designer sunglasses, if you know the person is really into eyewear and you kind of have a good gauge on what they like, and that's sort of like you're looking to spend like the $350 to $700 sort of price point, sunglasses are a great option. A fun little gift is the Coach Pillow Tabby leather shoulder bag. There was a time, I think, one Christmas where everybody got Coach like sling bag, like I don't even know, like messenger sort of like baggy things in my family, and I don't know if the parents just like coordinated that or it was like a gift from grandma or whatever. But yeah, this was also back in the day when like Coach bags were like sub like $150 before they went through their like high-end rebrand. But I feel like I associate Coach bags now with Christmas gifts because of that. Something like a beautiful candle, like a Le Labo Santal 26 candle or like a Dipsy candle is always a great gift, especially if you're like a host or something like that. A Longchamp Le Pliage bag is also a great gift. They come in a variety of colors, shapes, and sizes, but they're just kind of sort of an evergreen classic if somebody is like working and wants like an easy kind of like laptop bag, something that's not too spendy, not too, you know, like your tote bag that you got for free with your groceries last week vibe. It's good in the middle sort of situation. Next, okay, Dyson vacuum, I've already mentioned this. A Amazon Kindle Paperwhite. I love mine. I use mine all the time. If you know somebody who's a big reader, I know that there are some people who absolutely love physical books, and then there are people who are like me that are completely digital. I think no matter what your kind of thing is, having a Kindle, having like an e-reader of some kind is amazing, especially for traveling or just to like have like in your bag. It's a lot more compact, and I know that if you have a big book reader in your life, they would probably appreciate that. Next is an Apple TV, an Apple Magic Keyboard. Again, like Apple accessories are always going to be something that I always mention because they are sometimes a bit spendier. And if the person in your life is either like a recent grad or an intern or something like that, but they are living by themselves, they don't necessarily have like the disposable income to like pick these things up, and there's such a fun little treat that they're going to probably use like every single day. Okay. Ooh. Next, the 7 Virtues perfume. Again, like any sort of perfume in this like Sephora drugstore kind of price point. They're such a fun gift, especially if you know somebody is like a big scent person, or like you just refill somebody's like everyday, like wear all the time perfume. I think that's such a nice, thoughtful little touch. Next I have is the Benefit Advent Calendar. This is kind of like a stand-in for any sort of these like makeup advent calendar things. I think they're great, and they make great gifts because you're not buying something like specifically from the brand. The next is a bit of a spendy brush set, but I have an alternative, which is the Westman Atelier Holiday Brush Set. This is so bougie, and I think that this is like, if you have somebody who is very, very like quality brand focused, this is probably the gift for them. But like, I don't know really who's spending $400 on an eye brush set of like 4 brushes. The next is the Sephora Pro 8-piece eyeshadow set. This is amazing for anybody who is like just getting into makeup, or you know that their brushes are hella old, like many of our moms are probably. Yeah, let's upgrade their brush set. Next is the Pat McGrath Mothership 7. Also, like Pat McGrath makeup is so beautiful, but it is spendy. So you know if there's like somebody who's into makeup and just getting started, or who hasn't really invested a ton in their collection, but you know that they are really into makeup, this is such a great like kind of wow factor gift. Then I have the Aritzia figure coat and the Aritzia slouch coats, just like a good easy wool coat. Also the Sunday Best Peggy sweater. This is kind of trendy. The Super Puff shorty is on here, like I already mentioned. The Bigfoot zip up, which I absolutely love from Aritzia for like cozy vibes. And then also the Aritzia Effortless pants, especially for somebody who, like I said, like new grad, or somebody who is interning, somebody who's in 4th year university and interviewing all the time. Effortless pants are great because they are like, they're slacks, and they're fairly universally flattering, fairly. So they work out really well for people, and they're something that like somebody's gonna use. And it's like, if you're looking for like a more, like a higher end practical gift, that's definitely something that you could look into. All right. Okay, we're gonna move into the $2 signs now. Okay, I'm gonna just like run these off. I'm not really gonna explain these ones too much because I feel like they're just like pretty easy. They're good, like just go-to gifts. Wow, I have some random, I have a Tiffany T wire bracelet in gold down here, and that is not in the right spot. That's definitely supposed to be higher up. Anyways, okay. Patrick Ta Major Holiday Face Palette, Stanley 40 ounce cup, a Lululemon Everywhere belt bag, an Apple AirTag, slip sleep mask, base cosmetic case, a travel jewelry case of any kind, acupressure mat, a Fujifilm Instax, either like mini or whatever, Ralph Lauren Polo Bear boxers, Ralph's Coffee Polo Bear travel mug, a Polo Bear 12 baseball cap, Swilling double wall Sorrento mug set, so like coffee mugs, they're great. Skims Fits Everybody long sleeve, one of my favorites, I would highly recommend. Bala bangles, these are weighted like ankle bands for the Pilates enthusiast. Dior Glow Lip Oil and Apple Safe MagSafe iPhone charger. We all have that one person in our lives who can never find their phone charger, or they have like one of those crusty wires that's like fraying. Just get the mini one, please. The Makeup by Mario Master Mattes eyeshadow palette, the Pat McGrath Mothership Bijou Brilliance palette, the Refi Red Collection. It's like a lip combo. I've worn it before, really love it. The Makeup by Mario Ethereal eyeshadow palette, the Charlotte Tilbury The Beautyverse palette. These are all like eyeshadow palettes. Now, here's a bunch of Aritzia stuff that I recommend. The Sunday Best Little Ribbed T-shirt, the Sunday Best Honor either the hip tank or like just the regular like tank, the Wilfred Weekend T-shirt, the Sunday Best Bliss hip long sleeve, the Foundation crew neck T-shirt, Sunday Best Little Ribbed long sleeve, the Babaton Contour tube top, Sunday Best Freshman turtleneck, Babaton Cinch Seamless Willow long sleeve, the Contour scoop neck long sleeve, Lululemon Wonder, oh, and now from Lulu, the Wonder Chain Strappy Bra, the Flow Wide Bra, the Pace Rival Skirt, the Align Waist Tank, Court Rival Skirt, Fleece Textured Gloves, Wonder Puff Mittens, Wonder Something Ultra Soft Turtleneck, the Hottie Hot Shorts, the Asymmetrical Pleated Skirt, the Hold Tight Long Sleeve, which I'm wearing in bone right now, the Swiftly Tech Long Sleeve, the Align Tank, the Swiftly Tech Short Sleeve Shirt, and the Wonder Train High Rise Leggings, and the Align High Rise Leggings. Also, FYI, everything is going to be linked. I'm going to have a link to the blog post that has everything linked in it because I can't put this many links on YouTube, but everything will be linked so you guys can shop it easily. Finally, $1 sign, quick, easy. We're talking like mostly stocking stuffers / like books and stuff. Anyways, okay, so Ralph Lauren Polo Bear socks, they are trending right now, 10 out of 10. Avatar, aka A Court of Roses and Thorns. This is book 1 in this series. I pretty much recommend anything Sarah J Maas as a gift. High fantasy, epic fantasy, just like perfection. Fourth Wing, same thing. You guys know I've been raving about this book series right now. On November 7th, the second one came out, so you can buy it as like a book 1, book 2 kind of combo situation if you're looking at that. House of Earth and Blood, which is Crescent City 1, again, another Sarah J Maas book. Love, love, love this book. Just like so good. Discovery of Witches, which is the All Souls Trilogy book 1. I mean, you can also just go and buy like these whole series. I'm just listing the first books because I don't want to list like ACOTAR is like 7 books. House of Earth, like Crescent City is like 3 books right now. A Discovery of Witches or All Souls Trilogy is 3 books. But definitely like I would recommend all of the books in these series. A Discovery of Witches is so good. I don't know, something about it, it just like, it's a fantasy book, but it's like, it's an adult fantasy book. It's not really like YA. And like, oh my God, the way she writes it, and like, definitely it romanticizes a little bit of a toxic man's, but like, yeah, I really recommend it. Super good. A House of Beating Wings, which is I want to say a trilogy. This is the first book, also really good. Fantasy, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Everybody, I think, read it at one point, but if they haven't read it, that Dune is such a good sci-fi book. It's really easy to get into in terms of plot and everything, and if somebody's seen the movie, it's good to just like get them into the series if they're interested in reading it. Red, White, and Royal Blue, which is an LGBTQIA+. I think I'm missing things, so sorry. After LGBTQIA, I forget the rest of it. I'm so sorry. I need to commit it to memory. But anyways, it is about 2 young gentlemen who end up falling in love. It's a romance novel. I would highly recommend it. It is really cute. Rhapsodic, which is more of a... You guys overheated. Okay, so Rhapsodic, it's like spicy. It's a little bit spicier, so I think this is more like a friend-to-friend sort of gift. But But yeah, really liked that as well. I think it was pretty good from what I remember. Throne of Glass box set. So somebody explained this, like the Throne of Glass ACOTAR Crescent City world. It's like, yeah, so it's a world, right? Like the way Sarah J Maas writes things, it's kind of all the same, but like you have to be careful with the reading order you hear. But like Throne of Glass is very much the series that is like standalone. Not to spoil things, but like you definitely need to read ACOTAR before you read Crescent City. Trust me on it. Don't read Crescent City first. Read ACOTAR first, and then read Crescent City. But Throne of Glass, it's the only series that's done, so you can buy a complete series in one go, and you can get somebody, you know, hooked into the Sarah J Maas world. Next, silk pillowcases, pretty easy. Summer Fridays lip balm, Jack Black lip balm, a Sol de Janeiro set because they all smell really good and you can get a bunch of different scents. The Makeup Bar Mario mini moisture glow, like the chapstick balmy thingies, those are really popular right now. A like Lulu headband, always a classic. A Lulu like hat, or like a water bottle of some kind, either like from Lulu, from Yeti. You could also get like a beauty blender ornament or like any of those little Sephora makeup ornaments. Or like a little set, like I have on here like the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek MVP, the Benefit Mistletoe Blushing Set, and the Fresh Tint and Treat Lip Care. That's pretty much everything. That's about 150 gifts. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are still here right now, oh my god, please let me know, because wow, this video was long and rambly. But yeah, that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching Vlogmas Day 3, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 4. Woo!